Hello, everyone. Welcome to the NBA Rookie Showcase, where we will see the top prospects competing for a top spot in the upcoming NBA draft. This is Kevin Harlan alongside game to go.
Anthony Bennett, a freshman power forward out of UNLV. He wasn't expected to play here at the Rookie Showcase after undergoing left shoulder surgery, but I guess his rehab is ahead of schedule.
Clark back to Bennett, another top prospect out of Canada. He grew up in Toronto.
Well, I tell you, Canada has actually produced some outstanding players here recently. Tristan Thompson, Andrew Nicholson, Kelly Olynyk, all young Canadian players, not to mention the likely #1 pick next year. And when you talk...
And you know, by the way, guys, I love the fact that this game is being held right here in New York. Talk about being the center of the media universe.
Well, Steve, I even saw some cameras flashing before the game, taking pictures of you, my friend. You bring celebrity rock star status, even in your understated way, man. Unbelievable. And really, New York is the mecca for all things big. We know that. And the way the NBA has grown in popularity over the last few years and decades, no shortage of opportunities to get to learn about the league and what all...
Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. They set the pick. Big Red passes to Oladipo.
And it's great to see all the best and the brightest young prospects in one place, going at it 5-on-5.
Yeah, there's always...
Porter dishes to Olynyk. Passes to Big Red. On the top of the key. Good. Big Red's got 7 points.
You know what? I've got to admit it. I mean, I've been pleasantly surprised with how well this kid's been playing.
Well, not a guy penciled in among those top picks in the draft, but he's certainly been right at the top of his form in this game.
Now, here's Goodwin. It's tipped. Here's Bird. And he converts the layup.
So what can you say? I mean, he's good, and he's making sure everybody here knows it.
Well, it's been his lifelong dream to play in the NBA, and he's showing he's ready for the challenge.
Here's Carter Williams. He's got 6. He dishes it to McCollum. Feeds to Bennett. Doubled by Bird. Blocked. He blocks it again. Inside. Porter. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
They get it back. And Muhammad gets to Carter Williams. There's the steal. And so we conclude the first half. He leads. Great tee that time from Noel. He leads, leading by 9. Here's Big Red. He has 7.
You look around the gym, a lot of movers and shakers in attendance.
Yeah, they sure are. And if you...
So the Elites win it.
Well, it was a fun one, but the Elites just had the better day. And they'll have a little bit of bragging rights here.
Hello, I'm the head scout for the Boston Celtics. We have the 16th pick in this draft, and we're looking at potentially using this pick on you. First, though, we would like to get to know you better by asking you a couple questions. Let's get to it. We had a lot of turnover here in Boston, but are still looking to be a team that can win the title. There is a tremendous amount of pressure to win here for any player, much less a rookie. Do you feel you're prepared to step in and fill the shoes of some of the great players that have left our team in the past months?
There's no other way I would prefer it. You got so many great players donning the green here in Boston that I would just be the next step in the parade of greatness. Every era comes to an end, and by drafting me, you'd definitely be ushering in the next great Celtic hero.
Next question. Point guard is really the one position this team is solid in long term. We believe in Rondo, and we're not looking to draft a player to challenge him for the starting role. If we were to draft you, we wouldn't want you to feel like we're grooming you to be a career backup. We love your talent. One thought is to try and convert you to a shooting guard, such as that you could play alongside Rajon. What do you think about that idea?
I don't really have any interest being a shooting guard or sitting behind Rajon for the next 10 years. I'm a point guard, and I'm a starting caliber player. I'd love to be a Celtic, but I just don't see this working out.
I appreciate your honesty answering my questions. Best of luck to you in the draft. Greetings, I'm the GM and Director of Player Personnel for the Jazz. We have the 14th pick in the draft, and I'm considering using it on you. I'd like to ask you a couple questions real quick if you don't mind. Utah has a long tradition of having great point guards. We have youth and depth at our other positions, but we feel we're one great playmaker away from being back as a power in the West. Convince us that you're the missing piece to the puzzle.
Nah, honestly, I think this team is too raw. I feel like if I came to Salt Lake City, I wouldn't learn what I need to because I'm playing with a bunch of other young guys, you know? I like what you're doing in Jazzland, but I just don't think that it's the right situation for me to succeed in, you know?
Okay, last question. We realize that here in Utah, we don't have the appeal of a Los Angeles or a New York or Chicago. We tend to look for players who would be proud to be part of this organization, someone who can really take pride in being a member of the Utah Jazz, someone who's willing to spend their entire career as a member of the Utah Jazz. Are you that person?
To be honest, I'm a big city kind of guy. I don't think Salt Lake City has the type of vibe I'm looking for. You know what I mean? I'm sure you guys have a great organization and a great fan base. It's just not for me. That cool?
Thanks for your time. It was a little disappointing, to be honest, but I appreciate you being upfront with us. Hello, and nice to meet you. I'm the Director of Player Personnel for the Cavaliers. We have the 19th pick of the draft and are looking for someone to be the face of our franchise. We'd like to ask you a couple questions and get a feel for how well you would fit in with us. As a younger team, I feel like we have a lot of opportunities for you. I'm here to tell you that you have a chance to be our franchise centerpiece if you put in the work. How many other teams can offer you that? That being said, we still have a couple years ahead of us where we're going to be acquiring young talent and assets. We might struggle a bit in those years. Are you going to be able to remain focused during the rebuilding years?
I'll keep this short and sweet. All I do is win, but I don't really see that opportunity right now in Cleveland. Sorry, I'm just not interested in losing.
Let's see, one more question, if you don't mind. How important is it for you to be a lottery pick in the draft?
Extremely important, because I know I'm one of the best players in the draft, if not the best player in the draft. To go outside the lottery, man, that'd just be an insult.
Well, that didn't go quite as I expected. We'll see you at the draft.